Tonight's varsity matchup between the Eastern Hancock Royals and the Monroe Central Golden Bears. Tonight's matchup will be a Mid-Eastern Conference matchup. These two teams are both kind of mid-pack in the conference right now. Eastern Hancock sitting at third and Monroe Central technically at sixth, but they're very similar records there. A lot of teams in the middle that are all kind of smashed together. So let's take a quick look at these two teams, this little snapshot, as we say. Monroe Central is 6-8 on the season, 1-2 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. They are coached by Jim Melton, who's in his first year here at Monroe Central. A couple key wins for the Bears: Shenandoah and Winchester. A couple hard losses to Westdale and Rushville. Monroe Central is averaging 41 points a game and only giving up 48. The Eastern Hancock Royals come into this game at 9-5, 3-1 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. Their lone conference loss coming to Wapahani 2 weeks ago. The Royals are coached by Aaron Spalding. Coach Spalding has 290 wins to 246 losses here in his 24th season at Eastern Hancock. They've got a couple of really good wins against North Decatur, Northeastern, and Heritage. The Royals are averaging 63 points a game and only giving up 45. Some notes about the Golden Bears first. Jim Melton, as we said, is a new coach. He's in his first season. We see a lot of new faces from their sectional championship team that they had last year. Their former coach, Justin Ullum, took the job over at Muncie Central, and the Bears lost a lot of key players from last year's number one ranked team. Jackson Ullum, Joey Ullum, Gavin Smith-Burciaga, and Luke Jones were all starters last year. Like I said, this team lost a lot, but still has bounced back pretty well. Coach Melton has a lot of experience. I believe he was at Park Tudor previously, and so he knows what he's doing. And we've seen Monroe Central struggled a little bit early on in the season. I think their Cole Munchell was out, and you saw them lose their first 5 games. But since then, they've done pretty well. They have since won 6 of their last 9 regular season games. Well, I guess these are all regular season games. For the Royals, Eastern Hancock fell to 9-5 on the season with their home loss to Greenfield Central last Saturday night. We were all there. We had over 300 people watching. It was one of the most exciting environments we've had. It's the most exciting environment of the year.
Really cool.
But Greenfield really put the clamps on the Royals and held them to under 50 for the first time all season long. I'm just hoping this game, I don't know if there's any way it can live up to last year's game. Last year's game was an instant classic. Monroe Central's Joey Ullum drained that pull-up jumper from about 14 feet with 2 seconds left to give them that 58-56 lead. It also essentially gave them the Mid-Eastern Conference Championship, I believe, at that point, too. So
one of the things I loved about the last few years was the number of kids we had played both football and basketball at both schools, particularly the seniors on both sides. And that, to me, that amped it up even more. Man, that was a great game.
So we have about a minute and a half left here. Let's take a quick look, and we will look at Eastern Hancock's schedule. We said they're 9-5 on the season. Been through a bit of a rough patch here, like I said, with losses to some good schools: Bloomington South, Tinley, Wapahani, and Greenfield Central. And coming up here, Shenandoah tomorrow night, LaPel next weekend, and then Cowan, Morristown, Blue River. If we look at Monroe Central's schedule, coming up for them, Yorktown tomorrow night, then Blue River, who's having a really nice year, Alexandria, and then Union Modoc on February 1st. So tough stretch here for the Golden Bears. We'll look at the conference standings. Wapahani, the lone undefeated team, 3-0 in conference play, 12-1 overall. Their only loss was a heartbreaker to Muncie Central on the opening night of the season. Blue River sitting second, 5-1 in conference play, 10-3 overall. They're having a really nice year up at Blue River. So as we get ready here, we have we'll have the national anthem. Hopefully the national anthem works. Last game, The iPad disconnected in the middle of the anthem, and the student section had to sing it, which was actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
So we will see here. Hopefully the anthem works. All right, excellent rendition of the national anthem from the Eastern Hancock Band.
Varsity matchup between the visiting Monroe Central Golden Bears and your Eastern Hancock Royals. At this time, we'll introduce the starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Golden Bears. At one guard, a 5'10 senior, number 0, Blake Bogue. At another guard position, a 5'10 junior, number 11, Hayden Taylor. At one forward, a 6'3 senior, number 20, Alden Mahaffey. At the other forward position, a 6'4 sophomore, number 23, Easton Foster. And to round out the starting lineup for the Golden Bears, a 6'4 senior, number 32, Cole Munchell. And the Bears are coached by Mr. Jim Melton. And now for your Eastern Hancock Royals. At one guard, a 6' senior, number 2, Silas Spalding. At the other guard position for the Royals, a 6' senior, number 11, Jacob Spalding. At the third guard position for the Royals, a 6'3 senior, number 23, Edric Miller. At a forward position for the Royals, a 6'3 senior, number 33, Grant Gray. And to round out your starting lineup for the Royals, at center, a 6'4 sophomore, number 43, Caden Rubel. And the Royals are coached by Mr. Aaron Spalding.
All right. So as we get ready to get underway here, looks like we're going to see Easton Foster and Grant Gray jump it up.
You want me to get them? You got our guys?
Yep. So Gray tips it. Monroe Central controls the tip, and Bogue's going to run the point for him. Bogue's cut off by Jake Spalding, gets it over to Mahaffey. Back up to Bogue inside the jump circle. Over to Easton Foster. See what we're really extending our pressure.
Yeah.
Which we normally do, but it kind of bit us against Greenfield. Foster gets it down in the corner. Taylor kicks it back out to Foster, up near the timeline.
I was going to say, it's a little bit different, though, with Munchell in there playing the high post. We're not in our 1-3-1, so we're not getting that trap, just the really high pressure from the Twins.
Taylor throws it into Munchell, and it's stolen away by Rubel. Nice active hands by Rubel.
Yep, good patience from the Golden Bears. The Royals had to stay focused on defense.
Yep. Jake Spalding gets it up to his brother Cy. 3 from the top of the key. Buries it.
That was pretty.
Silas Spalding gets us started with that quick 3.
Yep, we got the full court press going.
Taylor gets it to Foster. Finally get it across to Bogue. Poked away. Edric Miller with the steal. 3-on-2. Finds Silas in the corner. Silas drives. Kicks up top. Gray, top of the key for 3. Off the mark. Rebounded by Rubel.
Yep, I got away with a foul. Munchell, I think, got Rubel's hand when he was going up.
Well, I think it was one of those they could have called the foul on Rubel first, and they probably didn't call the foul on Munchell. Munchell's shot no good. Tipped out. Rebounded by Jake Spalding.
Nice dish.
Dishes, but Grant Gray couldn't finish.
Well, and Grant was looking for a foul too.
Silas with the steal and the finger roll. Quick timeout there by Coach Melton. As Eastern Hancock, actually it's Silas Spalding 5, Monroe Central 0. 30-second timeout. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Radio Network. The weather is cold outside, but here in Charlottesville, the action is heating up on the court. Eastern Hancock basketball is back and more exciting than ever. Now is the perfect time to come on down and check out the Eastern Hancock girls basketball team. Come cheer on your ladies as they make a run for the Mid-Eastern Conference Championship and beyond. You can follow the Royals all season long here on the home of the Royals, EHSN. All right, we're back here. 6:07 to go in the first quarter. Eastern Hancock leads 5-0 over the Golden Bears of Monroe Central. Foster with the ball, gets it across half court. Gets to Munchell. He's trapped, and he throws it away. Jake Spalding with the steal. Lays it up and in for 2.
And that was awesome. Coming out of that timeout, Coach Spalding changed up the press and the defense, and now we're in a 1-2-2 with Edric and his long arms at the top, and it forced a turnover right away.
Bogue with the ball. Back to Foster. Gets it across to Taylor. He throws it away to Edric Miller.
Yeah, and that was, he looked at Edric the whole time.
Yep. Eddie lays it up and in for 2. Another quick timeout. Coach Melton's going to take a full timeout as the Royals have taken a 9-0 lead here with 5.5 minutes left. Again, Coach Melton unhappy, but
Bears only got one shot. They've turned the ball over all but one possession, and several of them at half court and almost unforced. That last one, it was just a pass right to Edric.
So right now, like you said, they've only gotten one shot off, and it's just Eastern Hancock getting layups right now.
I like our focus. It would be really easy to come out flat, I think, after last week and all the energy we put into that game.
Sitting here. Your announcers for tonight, I am Michael Gallion. I'm joined here by Scott Knight.
And by the way, we got our chat open. We didn't have anybody chat with us in the
nobody
JV game.
chatted with us in the JV game. I'm hoping to hear some people talk to us here in the varsity game. We get lonely talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
So 5.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Eastern with a 9-0 lead. They're going to have Munchell and Rubel go one-on-one here.
Yep, and we got a defensive change again.
Yep. Throw it in. Foster corrals it. He goes up over Spalding. Foster with his first basket of the game. Gets the Golden Bears on the board. Jake Spalding pushing the other way. Finds Silas. Back to Jake. Jake wants that pass into Grant. Kicks it back out to Silas. He'll reset up at the logo. Silas will dribble to the right. Swing it around, corner 3 from Jake Spalding. We're going to get a travel first.
They called on Grant or on Jake shuffling his feet?
I don't know. We'll see in a replay. Had to have been on Jake. Our camera crew missed him, but it had to have been on him because Grant didn't look like he traveled.
I was curious. Now Jake must have shuffled his feet getting set.
Foster gets it across over to Mahaffey. And I see Josiah Cleveland checked in.
Yep. And they got Munchell out of that, trying to get him the ball. Yeah, that was over and back. They're moving Munchell around, see if they can do something. I couldn't even get to his side of the court.
Yeah, both coaches really changing things up a lot. Coach Spalding throwing every defense in the book at him.
Yep.
And Coach Melton just reacting at this point. Eddie, back to Grant, 3 from up top, off the mark.
I want to see one of those go in.
Tipped up, rebounded by Foster. Yeah, Grant has been in a dry spell of late. He started the season that way. Nice take there by Aiden Mahaffey. That's going to be a foul on Rubel. That's going to send Mahaffey to the line to shoot one.
Yeah, and that's one of those. That was a sophomore foul.
Check the quick replay on that.
Caden went for that and just big swipe down, and that wasn't going to work.
Lane violation there on the Golden Bears. Yeah, you're right. That one, it was the NBA block, like he was going to make a statement, and picks up the foul instead. First foul either way. Royals lead by 5. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Silas Spalding on the left wing. Over Bogue. His 3 off the mark. Munchell gobbles up the rebound.
We got to be careful. That we got into this last week, and we didn't have guys for offensive rebounds at all.
Cleveland gets it to Munchell. Dishes down to Foster. He goes up through Rubel. No foul called. Foster gets his own board. Puts it back up.
Well,
rebounded by Edric Miller.
Eddie's going to take it in. Lays it off for Jake.
Can't finish, but he's fouled.
Well, last time Caden was able to reach out from the back and get a piece of that shot, leading to the fast break. It turned into the 2-shot foul for the Royals.
So that foul went on Josiah Cleveland, his first, team's first. That'll send Jacob Spalding to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Just getting ready to say Jake's a 76% free throw shooter, but I waited until he missed it, and then that way it wasn't on me.
Luke Morris checked in. Luke had an excellent game against the Cougars last week.
See if we can bring that energy. Jake misses them both. It's a rare occurrence.
The last few possessions, the Royals have gone cold. We had that hot start.
Munchell tries to split the defense. Ripped away by Jake Spalding. Luke Morris comes away with it.
And we'll see if that leads to a basket. We are a defense into offense team.
There we go.
Hey, Eddie.
Edric Miller. He only had 2 points against Greenfield. He's got 5 here in the first quarter. When we beat good teams, it's because Edric and Grant play really well. Quick 3 there. Nice response by Mahaffey. His 3 from the corner is good. Leads back down to 5. 12-7 Royals. 2:42 to go in the first.
Oh, couldn't quite handle that one, and Bogue comes away with it.
Bogue finds Mahaffey. Back up top to Bogue, swinging around. Foster's double teamed.
Nice job, Grant.
Yep. Eddie comes away with the steal. Takes it all the way himself. Edric Miller lays it up, and he's got 7.
Edric being really aggressive taking the ball to the basket tonight. That was some good help defense from Grant.
Bogue finds Mahaffey. Air ball. Rebounded by Jake Spalding.
Push.
Bogue did a nice job of coming back and stopping him. Good extra pass back. Jake, quick 3 off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Cleveland.
That's a travel. They just missed a switch of the pivot foot.
Eastern by 7, 1:40 left in the first. Foster in the corner. He's going to get trapped. It's going to be tied up, and it's going to be Eastern Hancock ball.
Yep. Good job by those guys not fouling. Taylor coming back in. And he's going to get Cleveland. Short benches on both teams. Is it short, right? We don't.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys.
Well, and Monroe Central does not put stats in max prep, so I couldn't tell, who to look for there. Play sets up Jake for the corner three. No good. Rebounded by Foster. Foster's already got 4 rebounds. There's a travel. They called that one.
Yeah, Coach Melt not real happy.
And really, I mean, this is only a 7-point game with 1:10 left, and it feels like it's about a 15-point game.
Yeah.
This game does not feel like a 7-point game. It was 9-0 right off the bat.
Yeah, I would guess we're shooting under 50%.
Bogue up ahead to Taylor. Cross to Mahaffey. Mahaffey drives, 10-footer, buries it. Mahaffey's got 7. 14-9, 44 seconds left here. Eastern Hancock normally holds, but Jake Spalding drives to his left. He's blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, I think that was clean up top.
See if they got him with the body. That honestly looked clean from this vantage.
Yeah.
That foul is on Foster, his first, team second. Jake back at the line to shoot 2 more. There we go. Hits that first one. Leads back to 6. Let's see if we can make it 7 here. He does. Jake with his 4th point. Bogue gets it across to Mahaffey. He drives. Stolen away by Gray. Good active defense. That trap just got to him. He took it right to the corner.
Yeah, and he didn't see the guys coming from behind.
No.
And I'm not sure if it was Eddie or Grant who tipped it away, but Eddie came up with it. I know that.
I think Eddie tipped it, and then Grant tipped it back to Ed.
There we go.
7 seconds left here. Jake to Ed. Corner to Silas. Oh, he stepped on the line. So 2.1 seconds left here. Monroe Central probably just trying not to turn it over in their own backcourt here. And that's what they do. They just hold it. And at the end of the first quarter, the score, Eastern Hancock 16, Monroe Central 9. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Radio Network.
We are really heavily involved in the community, so there are multiple different volunteer opportunities that we can go and do.
Volunteer time to share their time and talents with organizations that need not only monetary assistance, but just people's time to help those organizations grow and thrive.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Well, we're still in this quarter break here. I want to give a shout out to Coach Sherry Dowd. We talked about her a little bit in the JV game. Coach Dowd and the Lady Royals basketball team defeated Daleville last night and clinched, at the very least, a share of the Mid-Eastern Conference title for the first time in school history. Now, we've only been in the Mid-Eastern Conference since the 2017-18 season, so it's not like it's been 60 years. But still, our last conference championship came in 1999 when we were part of the old RAC conference that no longer exists.
Been a while.
So congratulations to the girls basketball team, and hopefully on Tuesday against Randolph Southern they can finish it off and win the conference outright. That's the goal anyway. Rubel with the steal. Nice active hands by Caden Rubel. Oh, and then Mahaffey just steals it right back. And then Edric almost had 3 steals in a row.
Yep. Mahaffey has had a nice first quarter and started the second one pretty well too. He's been the man for them.
If we were giving a Paxton Farms player of the game for the Golden Bears, he would be the leader right now. Mahaffey finds Bogue. Mahaffey, Bogue, Munchell, Foster, and Taylor. The starting 5 here for the Golden Bears.
Jake got away with one there.
Yes, he did, because that was all arm. Gets away with it, like you said. Silas Spalding up at the volleyball line, gets it over to Jake on the left wing. High post to Morris. Dishes down to Rubel. Rubel puts it up and in for 2. And that, I don't think we did that effectively one time against Greenfield. Get the ball into the high post and down to the low post.
No, I don't remember a whole lot of Caden being active on the offensive side there in the game. I like that. And it was Luke, and Luke's always looking to pass.
Mahaffey step back, drills it.
He's got 9. Now, we were ready for Munchell, and it looks like the basketball team was ready for Munchell too.
Edric Miller on the right wing. Back out to Silas Spalding. Royals lead by 7, 18-11. 6:50 to play here in the second quarter.
They've turned it into a 3-2 zone.
Oh, they're probably thinking we're going to take away the 3 and force Morris and Rubel to beat us inside. Although Silas Spalding with the open look, no. Tipped out. It's going to be a foul, I think, on Bogue.
Yeah, well, that's what Greenfield did last week. Now the difference is that those kids were pretty special at Greenfield.
Well, they had so much length. We just kept talking about it. They were all, 6'5" wingspans. Edric wide open 3 from the right wing, buries it.
So he got 10?
Edric Miller with 10.
Wow.
He's got nearly half of our points. Eastern back up by 10. Munchell finds Mahaffey into Taylor. Taylor kicks back out, swings it around to Munchell. There was a lucky bounce there for the Golden Bears. Mahaffey going to get called for the charge. They're going to call him for clearing out. It's Mahaffey's first foul.
The Golden Bears fans getting a little frustrated now as several of the calls have gone against them.
I think they've had 3 straight fouls called against the Golden Bears. Silas Spalding up top with it, guarded by Bogue. Uses the screen from Morris, gets it over to Eddie. Edric back up to Silas.
And we've got Caden. If we can get a good angle, there it is.
There
and then back
nice,
out.
Yes, exactly. Get it to Morris. One more pass. Silas pump fakes, and then we're going to get a 3-second call there. I think, was it Rubel that was camped out there or Morris?
I think maybe Morris, after he made his pass, didn't get out.
Yeah. It could have been on either one. They were both a little too stationary. So again, Eastern Hancock leads by 10, 5.5 minutes to play.
I like that, though. Caden felt it, like them collapse on him and looked to pass. That was a smart play.
Nice job. Rebound.
Good hustle, Jake.
Corralled by Jake. He goes up.
Yeah.
That's probably the right call.
It had to go that way, or there may have been a riot.
Jake with the great hustle. Yeah, that's the right call. I mean, he's and Jake's got to pull up at 8 feet and just rise up and hit that. So Bogue over to Taylor. Back to Bogue. Gets it to Mahaffey. Into Foster. And that extra pass, they keep looking for the extra pass, and it's not there.
Nope.
We're diving. It's like we've got them so well scouted on this that we're diving and taking that away. And
it's almost like when you go, when you practice and you're like, we do this and this and this, and you don't ever think about what the defense is going to do. They're just anticipating this is the next, the next thing in our possession.
Rubel's offensive board, no good. Munchell munches up the rebound.
Oh, blocked by Morris.
Corralled by Silas Spalding. Jake off and running, gets in, puts up the shot, no good. Rubel with another rebound, jump ball.
Wow. Well, I will say this. Our official is equally bad. Because I think somebody grabbed Caden's arm.
Yeah, they had him by the elbow.
So.
Okay, well, that's different.
No, we asked for consistency. Consistently bad for both teams.
Josiah Cleveland just came back in.
Take it, Eddie. Oh.
Edric, nice extra pass to Silas for the wide open look. Oh. No, rebounded by Taylor.
And both teams
really struggling.
Yeah.
Munchell over to Bogue, back to Munchell. Nice extra pass. Mahaffey, 15-footer. No, rebounded by Silas Spalding. Silas with the ball. Gets it to his brother Jake. Deep 3. Buries it. Jacob Spalding with his first basket of the second quarter. Pushes the lead up to 24-11. Bogue traveled with it, yep. Easton Foster coming right back in.
There are times when Jake gets so quick, I think he kind of startles the opponents.
Yeah.
Because he picks and chooses when he's really going to go. And that's looked like Bogue was expecting a certain tempo from Jake, and all of a sudden he was in his face. And
nice swing, Jake, another deep three off the mark. Munchel, yep, they're going to call the push there by Rubel.
That was a great job by Munchel. He had position. Caden tried to make play, but we didn't fight around.
Well, that's where if Caden's almost got to flip his body around and put his back into Munchel's back, because he actually had Munchel pretty far under the basket. If he could have pushed him back down and backed him down. Steal there by Gray as Munchel lost it. Again, Eastern leads by 13. 3.5 minutes left here. Silas Spalding thought about it, drives by Foster, kicks it over to Rubel. Nice extra pass. Nice, good job. Left-handed drive by Silas, kicks to Gray. His shot no good. I think they're going to call Foster.
And I don't know that I saw that either.
I don't see the foul on the replay, but
I called 23.
Okay. Well,
it's the same guy making all the calls right now.
That's Foster's second. Gray goes to the line. He knocks home the first free throw. Gray is a 100% free throw shooter. He's hit all 7 of his free throws on the season. I'm going to shut up now. Bogue looking for help, but nobody coming. Finally gets to Munchel. In the corner to Mahaffey. And it's almost a 3-man trap there. You get away from 2 of them, and you got a third one.
Yep, and they got lucky. They got away with a clear out. Yep. Foster makes the layup.
Eddie, deep 3, got it. Edric Miller with 13.
And he's having himself a half.
He had a great game against Wapahani 2 weeks ago. And like I said, kind of non-existent against Greenfield. We want to get him back to having great games on a consistent basis. Bogue to Munchel. Back out to Bogue. 2.5 left here in the second quarter.
And it has taken the Bears so long to work through their offense to get shots. They're going to have to do something if they want to catch up.
Foster puts the shot up. No. We're going to get another jump ball between him and Ed. So it should be Golden Bear ball. It is. Bogue will take it out. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. Eastern by 15. Foster gets it up top to Mahaffey. Back in the corner. Taylor can't handle it. It's going to go out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it was off Ed. Ed disagrees, but our student section does not. So now our student section, I don't know, has been really into this game too much.
Yeah, they may not have been aware something was happening.
Munchel, nice pass to Foster. Foster can't do anything with it. Have to clear it back out to Munchel. Bogue's got it on the left wing. Taylor in the corner, back to Munchel. Munchel over Gray. That's his first basket of the game.
That's the first non-Mahaffey and Foster basket.
Yeah. Silas to Jake, deep 3 from right up top. Buries it. And you can see Monroe Central, the last couple possessions, has just been a step slow on their rotations. Yep. It's one of those, as the game wears on, it's hard to keep up with how quickly we can move the ball and how many guys can shoot for us. Drive by Taylor. Stepped on the line, out of bounds. The Eastern Hancock ball.
And that was some good defense from Edric, forcing baseline.
So biggest lead of the game here for the Royals, 31-15. It's a 16-point lead. Silas with the ball, guarded by Bogue. Gets it up top to Gray. Swings it around. Edric, nice cross court back to Silas. Finds Eddie in the paint. Jake drives, kicks to his brother. Nice extra pass over to Gray. 3 from up top, short, but Morris right there for the rebound.
Luke is so scrappy. And as he was falling, he was able to make the pass.
Jake, another 3, back of the rim, but Gray tips it out to Silas Spalding. Nice hustle by Gray. Silas will pull the trigger.
Rattles home.
19-point lead as the Royals have started to find the basket again. Bogue to Foster. Foster's guarded by Silas. Flips it over to Munchell. Bogue gets trapped there by Jake. Finds Foster. He goes cross court. Silas steals it away with 4 seconds left here. Silas will pull up.
Nope.
Deep 3.
Ooh. It's closer than I thought it was going to be.
I didn't think it was going to bank in like that, but Silas can't hit the last second shot. But at your halftime break, the score, Eastern Hancock 34, Monroe Central 15. We're going to turn you over to the IHSAA Commissioner's Corner, and we'll be back for the second half here in about 10 minutes.
High school sports teach so much more than just the fundamentals of the game. They also teach the fundamentals of life, like the power of belief. I'm Robert Falkins.
And I'm Carrie Rosati. We're both assistant commissioners of the IHSAA. In the second classroom of high school sports, student athletes understand hard work pays off, and they learn to be proud of their effort, no matter the outcome.
So just so you know, I cut off the commissioner there. This is the Hancock County Special Olympics game that they do every year. So we're going to stay tuned with that for you, with all the action from this game.
I'm going to plug this in real quick.
Yeah, let's go with PA.
To anyone with an intellectual disabilities over the age of 8. We offer year-round sports competitions. We are hoping to start track in the spring along with flag football in midsummer. The practices for volleyball will start soon, and we will be held right here at Eastern Hancock. Please see our Facebook page for our events upcoming. We are beginning the premiere of The Best We Got, the story of Carl Erskine, in the Ricks Theater on March the 2nd. Thank you for having us tonight. Basket by Joey Chapman. I don't find a 31. Basket by number 55, Aaron Golevsky. Yeah. Look through them all. Help me look in the I looked at 31 more ago and I didn't find it. Oh, Emily Dillo. Oh, we got a fast break. Emily Dillo on the rebound. Dillo on the rebound again. Basket by Dillo. A substitution, James Blumen in the game. Basket by James Blumen. Mass substitutions for the ladies. Paris Watson with the ball. Passes inside. Shot up. Carlos Crawford. Uh-oh. Blumen on the rebound. Crawford passes off. Basket. Joe Thacker on the score. Another substitution for the men. Number 2, Damian Bluthman. Oh, score! Kim Coons, number 34. Crawford on the rebound, back to him. Here comes Thacker down the court. Thacker's trying to decide. He's going to shoot it. Basket, good. Basket, good. Kim Coons. Thacker's going to give it up. Thacker has it. He's going to turn around and shoot in the paint. No good. 52, back up. Carlos Crawford on the basket. Rebound by Thacker. Here they come. Uh-oh, we got a breakaway. Oh, and Thacker with the rebound again. James Bluthman with the ball, down the paint, in for the score. Aiden Dupke with the ball, passes over. Okay, where's the 11 at? Oh, DeMonta. Here comes, looks like Paris Watson with the ball. She's been defended. Oh, we got a breakaway. James Bluthman up, no good. And back the other way. Paris Watson gives it up, pass to 54. Kiki Carter on the score. The rebound by Marissa Slater. And here comes the men's team back. Put back up and good. Carlos Crawford on the basket. Emily Dillo on the dribble down, passes underneath. Crawford on the steal. He's got a breakaway. Oh! Again, Emily Dillo passes off. Long off the iron. And here comes Joey Chapman on a breakaway. Chapman in, scores. Jenny Doniger with the ball this time. Passes to Dillo. Dillo in the paint, shoots, rebound. Oh, back to her. Score! Emily Dillo on the basket. John Brees with the ball. And now we got Joey Chapman for three. Carlos rebound, put back. Joey back up. Carlos rebound. Passes in. Oh, Dillo with the rebound. Kim Coons up and in and out. Rebound, put back, good. Emily Dillo on the rebound, put back. And back comes Joey Chapman down the court. Passes over to number 10, John Brees, three. He got his own rebound, gonna try it again. Oh, long off the iron. Kim Coons bringing the ball up for the ladies. She's going to pass it over. Long shot. Here comes Joey Chapman, a breakaway. And Chapman scores. Okay, I don't have a 15 either. This must be Aiden Dupke with the ball. Carlos gives it. Oh, we're coming the other way. Kim Coons got the ball. She's going to shoot it. Oh, it's blocked by Joey. John Brees back down the court, crosses the midline. Pulls up, off the rim. Carlos got the rebound, and he's going to give it up. Jenny Doniger with the ball. Jenny in the paint, puts it up off the rim. Uh-oh, here comes Joey again. He gives it up to Brees. Brees takes it in and scores. Let's give him a big hand. The Hancock County Special Olympics.
All right, so some excellent action there. Well, big shout out, big thank you to Hancock County Special Olympics. It's always fun to watch that, and I like it because you watch year after year, you see a lot of the same players,
Yep.
and I like seeing so many new faces because I remember it feels like it was just 3 or 4 years ago they had a sub on each team,
Right.
and now you got 7 subs on each team.
Yeah, and we did have one of Eastern Hancock's own out there. Aiden was playing for the purple team. So.
Oh, I didn't.
Yep.
I was running the camera and looking through
he
a
is
2-inch screen, so
I believe he is a 6th grader, but I'm not 100% positive on that.
Yeah, like I said, I was trying to watch through the tiny screen, so I missed it.
All right, they're going to give the teams 3 minutes to warm up after an extended halftime.
Run down our statistics here.
Why don't I go first? I don't have quite as
Go
many
right
as
ahead.
you. So for the Golden Bears, Alden Mahaffey's leading the way with 9. He had, I think, 7 in the first quarter. Easton Foster with 4, and Cole Munchell, their big man, with 2. And they're really going to need to get some other guys involved if they're going to have any sort of chance down by 19.
And they've had flashes of it, but they've gotten it down to the block and not been able to finish. They've had too many turnovers from the block. So if I'm the Golden Bears, that's got to be the conversation at halftime is finishing once you get the ball in there.
Right.
For the Royals, Edric Miller with 13 points, 1 rebound. Jacob Spalding, 10 points, 3 boards. Silas Spalding, 8 points, 3 boards. Caden Rubel, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Grant Gray with 1 point. And Luke Morris with a rebound. And I've got Foster leading the way for the Golden Bears with 4 rebounds. So
yeah, that sounds right.
you got the most of anybody on either team.
So as I said, 19-point lead, and it feels like a lot more. We kind of came alive it again there at the end of the second half, but we have just not shot extremely well. And if we were hitting like normal, this game would be, we would probably be approaching the mercy rule.
So we'll take a quick sec here before we start this second half and hear from our friends at the IHSAA.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
We'll take a quick look as we're waiting. Check out the sectional for each of these teams. Monroe Central is hosting the sectional. That's a lot of times hosted at Alexandria or LaPel, but Monroe Central hosting this year. And that is a solid sectional top to bottom. Muncie Burris, the only team really with a poor record at 0-8. But Wapahani, the heavy favorite there at 12-1. We saw Wapahani a couple weeks ago. They are a very good basketball team. Sectional 42, Eastern Hancock is hosting the sectional this year. And you see there, obviously, Cecina 9-5, us 9-5, Triton Central 11-3. Irvington and Riverside have struggled a bit this season, but both of those, it'd be a lot of fun, that Monroe Central sectional. I think there's going to be a lot of good games there. We have Patty Ramsey watching from Florida. If you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. Whether you're a Royal fan or a Golden Bear fan. Again, we like people chatting with us. We got lonely.
Yeah, we've not had a lot of interaction tonight. Got almost 100 people watching.
So Jake gives to Cy, back to Jake, corner three is good. Jake Spalding with 13 now, as he's hit 3 threes.
Yeah, Jake started slow, but come alive in the last couple of minutes of the half.
Foster with it over to Bogue. Bogue guarded by Jake. Clear out in the corner, gets it into Foster. Cross court to Taylor. Down in the corner, Mahaffey back to Foster. And talk about got it on the block. And Foster finishes. That's what they have to do. You know, they got to get it down there, and then they got to finish when they do.
All right, that was pretty good position by Rubel. Foster made a nice kind of little scoop shot there.
And Rubel with 2 fouls probably didn't want to pick up a quick third.
Right.
Gray, no good. Rubel with the offensive board. He goes up. Munchell blocks it, and then Munchell tips it out of bounds. No. What? I thought Munchell swatted that out of bounds. Somebody must have.
I did too. The
the
initial call, I thought even was for Royals ball.
So either way, Golden Bear ball. Eastern Hancock leads by 20, 37-17. Mahaffey finds Taylor. Oh, Bogue cut the other way. Rubel with the steal, kicks it up ahead to Edrick. Finds Silas, finds Edrick. Jake's going to drive, kick to Gray, 3 from the corner. Gray off the mark. Rubel with the rebound. They're going to call a push on Rubel, and I'm going to disagree with this one.
Yeah.
Now I may re-agree once I see the. They just kind of leaned on each other. I think because Rubel got an arm.
Yeah.
But it was almost. I don't think the push from Rubel actually led to him getting the rebound.
No, and it's more of that inconsistent refereeing. Just got a jump ball there, and it wouldn't have shocked me if they called Jake with a reach in. I have a hard time if you let him bang and then call some of those little touch fouls.
Yeah. Now the series before where Rubel got the offensive rebound, I could absolutely have seen a push him on Munchell there.
Right.
But maybe that was a makeup call. You never know. Foster can't get it. Rubel grabs the rebound. He's got 5 boards. He's averaging 6.5 a game. Silas over to Jake up top. Back to Silas, corner to Rubel. He'll take the 3 and drains it. Caden Rubel only shooting 23%, but you talked about it earlier in the season that's a critical weapon, just the threat of him shooting.
Yep.
Taylor's shot no good, and Munchell tips it out of bounds.
And we've seen it over the last couple of years when teams gear up for our big scorers. We've had Cyrus and Drew White who have hit those shots and just done an outstanding job, and that's Caden's chance. If he'd have been back another step, I think he may have taken that. He had to catch it, get out of traffic. But
Taylor with the active hands deflects it into the student section, and it'll stay with the Royals. Eastern Hancock leads 40-17. 5:42 to go here in the third quarter. And it draws the big guy out. It doesn't let a big guy camp in the lane and deter our guys driving to the basket.
Well, and here they've gone to that 3-2 again, and Edrick's got it, that corner shot.
They're going to call Munchell with it. Let's see what we think on that one.
Curious if he's got that coin in his pocket for like the jump ball thing to keep track of who's foul.
Because it looked like 2 guys tied up there.
Yep.
I miss it. And they're going to call a charge now on Rubel.
And
we missed it because I was replaying.
I looked away. I was watching Jake going. So that's Rubel's 4th.
Rubel's 4th. They called him for clearing out there with the screen. And I apologize for missing that. I was on the replay.
Yeah, I think some of Caden's frustration is he feels like he's been fouled that haven't been called. And we know we saw one of those earlier on where a guy was hanging on his elbow and they called a jump ball. So
Foster can't hit. Jake Spalding comes away with the rebound. And then Jake going to get the charge going the other way.
Yeah.
And I think that one I think is a good call. Jake had a charge earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, Munchell's set.
Yeah, Munchell set. Jake tried to avoid him, but they brushed torsos, and Munchell Munchell fell like you're taught to do. I mean, I remember we practice taking charges.
Yep.
Guy hits you, you go flying.
Foster gets it across to Munchell. Under 5 to play here. 40-17. Jake's going to pick up another foul. That's going to be his third.
I was going to say that. A couple quick ones. And that was just Jake, like he overran and anticipating that pass.
So Jake with 3, Rubel with 4 here, not even midway through the third quarter. Oh, Mahaffey to Foster. Nice alley-oop there.
Yeah, that was well done, and that's their offense tonight, those two guys.
Yeah, they've got 17 of their 19. Edric's pass stolen away. Foster going the other way with it. Eddie knocks it away. Nice play by Ed.
Yeah, they're
going to get a timeout.
Well, that's lucky because we saw in the JV game that
was
Garrett called.
That was a travel in the JV game. We're going to take a quick break. Hear from our friends at Paxton Farms. We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some. And when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms. All right, back here, Golden Bear ball. They lob it to Foster. Foster thought about catching and shooting that in the air. Into Munchell. Munchell over the shoulder. No. Rebounded by Morris.
Yeah, and he thought he was going to get more contact.
Yeah, he really hammered that one up there, like you said. I think he thought he was going to get fouled. Silas way up top with it. Gets Jake. Jake gets a screen from Morris. Jake drives, dishes to Morris. His shot blocked by Munchell, but Gray right there for the rebound. Gray no good. And then Munchell loses it out of bounds.
Oh, man. What a dive.
3 from Edric Miller. In and out. Rebounded by Munchell.
Yeah. Luke's going to get that foul. That was a scrum.
Yeah. And right now, just both teams have gotten very sloppy this half. I don't know if the extended halftime, messed with the rhythm a little bit, but this Royals have 6. Easton Foster, the only one to score for the Golden Bears. He's got 4. Silas tips that one away, but yeah, we're halfway through and 2 baskets each.
Yeah, it's a very choppy game with the calls
and I don't know that there's been a single call that I really argued with. It was just been, I think the player, sometimes you get one ref that's calling it pretty tight, you get one ref that's calling it pretty loose, and it has interrupted the flow of the game a bit. It's not even that the individual officials are being inconsistent. They're not being bad. It's just there's another clear out. That's going to be on Grant Gray.
Yeah, next foul, we're in the bonus with 3:40 to go in the third quarter.
And what it is, so Grant's using that. It's a moving screen. It is. But it's kind of like football. If you're running a route, it's not offensive pass interference. Grant is not demanding the ball. He's just moving and using his body to kind of get in the way, and that's why he got called for that.
Right, and we got Grant again here. Yep,
Grant again. That's our 7th, so that's 1-1 now.
I can't remember the last time us or our opponents were shooting a 1-1 halfway through the third quarter.
No. So that'll put Munchell at the line to shoot 1-1. And like I said, it's not any one official being inconsistent. It's just inconsistency between them. Munchell can't hit. Morris with the rebound.
Let's see what happens if they let the kids play a little bit, see if we can get a rhythm on either end.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to see. Luke kicks to Jake, corner 3, off the mark. Jake gets his own rebound, kicks it back out to Edric. Edric's floater, no. Grant tips it up, no. And then out of bounds off Grant.
Yeah. I really like Luke in that high post because he's not looking to do anything other than pass, and he does he's got that guard's vision playing at the post, and he sees the cutters really well.
He's been a point guard his whole life, and then this year, with Jake on the court, you're not going to get a whole lot of point guard reps.
Right.
Mahaffey gets around Spalding, blocked by Gray. Rebound corralled by Foster. Foster back to Bogue. Over to Taylor. Mahaffey will take the three over Morris. No. Rebound tipped by Foster, corralled by Edric Miller.
Foster really active on the offensive glass. That one he tried to tip out.
Jake takes it in. Basket and the foul.
And that was a nice job.
That foul is on Bogue, his third. That'll send Jake to the line to shoot one. Josiah Cleveland coming back in for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, both teams only going with 6 guys. They're neither team going down the bench. And
Jake short. Munchell grabs the rebound. His 5th of the game. Cleveland.
That's going to be Grant's
I think
4th?
That's going to be on Grant, yeah. I think it's his third.
I mean, Bears might be shooting 2 before the quarter's over.
Cleveland at the line to shoot 1 and 1. But I think that was the right call. Looked like Grant caught him on the arm.
Yeah.
I think Cleveland pivoted away right as Grant was going for the swat.
Right.
And the difference is Grant swatted down. And you're always taught when you swat down, even if you get all ball, you're going to get called for it.
It looks like a foul. A lot of times you get called for the foul.
Kind of like on a block.
Yep.
Even if you get all ball, a lot of times when you swat down, it looks bad and you get called for it. So, but I think he did get him on the arm.
Well, Cleveland makes 1 of 2. Royals grab the rebound on the missed second shot.
Silas Spalding. By the way, Tristan Thornburg has come into the game for the Golden Bears.
No, I missed that one. Must have been during the.
It was during the free throws, yeah. I didn't see it because he slipped in.
What
nice
a pass
from Ed to Luke, but Luke can't finish it, but gets his own rebound. And then he's fouled going up with it. Gray and Foster are like carbon copies of each other right now on the offensive glass. Not getting a ton of rebounds, but tipping everything back out. That foul went on Munchell.
Yeah. Speaking of Foster, he's coming back in. Good job, Luke.
Luke gets his first point of the game.
Mahaffey's coming out. That's half the duo.
Luke can't hit the second. Rebounded by Bogue. He gets it up to Thornburg. Thornburg dribbles it off of a foot of a Royal.
That's
I can't tell.
Just the way it went. It went off somebody, and it was Luke who tipped it, I think. And he was behind.
Lob it in to Foster. Foster corrals it. Gets it over to Thornburg, takes the quick three. Air ball, rebounded by Morris. Luke's got 5 boards. Edric drives in, dishes over to Gray. 12-footer, perfect.
Nice job. And Edric's scoring a lot in the first half, and now he's laying it off for his teammates. Yeah, that was a really pretty and unselfish pass.
25-point lead, 45-20 here with 1 minute left in the third quarter. Foster, no. Rebound tipped around. Foster grabs it, and then he is
that's
fouled by
legit.
Gray. Yep.
So we're going to have a Jaden Stein sighting. I don't know. What's going to happen with Stein and Morris on the floor at the same time?
A lot of hustle. So Gray's got 4. Rubel's got 4. Jake Spalding with 3. Well, and you think if we get to the fourth quarter here too, we can use Willis and Halcomb.
That's true.
So we've got those guys. Foster's free throw kindly rolls in.
I just want to see who's going to out hustle who.
That's true.
That'll be Morris and Stein, totally dirty work guys.
Foster no good on the second. Morris grabs the rebound. Stein in the corner with it, back to Edric. By the way, you were right. It is going to Golden Bears are in double bonus now. So
yeah.
In the third quarter.
It's ridiculous.
They've got to utilize that. They've got to get to the paint.
Absolutely.
Jake with it, 32 seconds. Taylor wants to keep it close enough to count, and now that Coach Melton tells him to back it up and let us hold.
That's not a bad play right now. You're down by 24. You don't want to give us an easy blow by.
Eddie with 5 drives, dishes to Jake. Jake drives with the left hand, puts up the scoop shot, no. Bounces away, and the score at the end of 3, Eastern Hancock 45, Monroe Central 21. We'll take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Hey, Janie, you know what one of my favorite things about high school sports is? Seeing young fans in the stands cheering on their community.
I love watching elementary-age kids wearing their team's colors, holding up homemade signs, faces painted, just full of hopes and dreams. I'm Janie Ulmer.
And I'm Brian Lewis. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. We're also both former student athletes who were once those young fans in the stands, dreaming about wearing a jersey for our high school one day.
When you support high school sports, you protect the next generation's dream of representing their high school with pride.
And you ensure the invaluable learning experience of education-based athletics is available for years to come.
So buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events, because it doesn't just support today's student athletes.
It supports tomorrow's too.
This is investing in your community. This is protecting their dream.
All right, now, you want to do our trivia question?
Yeah, let's do that.
Our Dave's Express Car Wash trivia question. In this series between these two teams, which Eastern Hancock player has scored the most points versus Monroe Central, and which Monroe Central player has scored the most points against EH? So not in a single game. I'm talking like I'm talking for the whole series, like for their career games played. And I will tell you, we have never played them in the tournament, so it would just be regular season games. So the most that anybody has played against them is 4 games. So you add all those totals together, who has scored the most points for each team. Jake with the offensive board. Swinging around, Cy, quick 3, no. Ed right in position. Ed can't hit the putback. And it's knocked out of bounds by Munchell. Cleveland's going to get Mahaffey.
Yeah, and Rubel has come back in, so Caden will probably be playing until he
fouls out.
Gets 4th foul, or we get that regular substitution time.
Jake to Cy. Cy, quick trigger on the 3. No.
Man, that was a nice play too.
Rebounded by Foster. Bogue over to Munchell. Back to Bogue. Taylor with it on the left wing. Hits the cutting.
Ooh.
Almost hits the cutting Munchell.
Hey,
Morris got a hand in. Foster drives. Spins. Kicks out. Bogue, quick 3. Back of the rim. Rebounded by Silas Spalding.
Looked a little bit like Munchell hit the cutting Morris.
Yes. Silas Spalding gets it to his brother in the corner. Drives, kicks back out to Rubel for a corner 3. Off the rim. Nice rebound by Edric Miller, but then he lost the handle on it, and it's stolen away by Cleveland.
I think there may have been something at his feet when he was coming down and tried to catch his balance.
Munchell dishes to Cleveland out by the timeline. Good ball movement. Foster hits the cutting Taylor. He puts it up and in for two. Hayden Taylor with his first basket of the game. Taylor, Silas fighting for it. I don't know what they're going to call here. We'll see.
Yeah, it's on one of the twins, and they're going to go shoot two.
No, they call it on Taylor.
Wow.
So that's Taylor's first foul of the game, team's fifth.
Let's take advantage.
Side drives to his right, dishes to Morris, back out to Jake, three from the wing. No, rebounded by Cleveland.
That nearly a travel, and air ball or airmail catches the ref on the head. May need to check him for concussion symptoms.
So nobody guessing our trivia question. What is the most, who has scored the most points in this series?
I got a couple of guesses.
So
but
who for Eastern Hancock and who for Monroe Central has scored the most points throughout this series? Silas Spalding drives, gets cut off by Taylor. Finds Morris in the high post.
Oh, I thought we had Eddie Cutton, and so did Foster. He moved over quick.
Back to Ed in the corner.
You got Caden if they skip it over there.
Jake will take it anyway. Bury it. Jake Spalding taking a three is never a bad choice either.
No.
Taylor to Foster, back to Taylor. 48-23 Royals. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. Foster with the travel. Gray's going to come back in and get Morris. Jake drives, dishes to Rubel in the corner. Rubel thought about the three, but hits Silas for an even better three. Silas Spalding gets in double figures. He's now got 11.
Back-to-back Spaldings.
Cleveland with it. Finds Mahaffey in the corner. He'll take the three. In and out, rebounded by Rubel. Jake Spalding pushing it, finds Gray. Corner three. Grant Gray finally hits a three.
And just like that, the lead goes to 31.
We've got 9 this quarter. 3 threes real quickly in succession. Foster, no, rebounded by Gray.
And Rubel may have got a piece of that one.
I think he did. If I was the official stat keeper, I'd give him credit. Jake Spalding, step back. Heat check by Jake Spalding, and it works.
Yeah, we're 1 point away from the running clock.
34-point lead for Eastern Hancock. Jake Spalding has 21.
Feels like it should have been this big from the beginning.
And again, this is where the spurts that we have, we struggled to shoot there in the first half. We have a guess on our trivia question.
We did give them long enough to look those up.
So John Collins says Landon O'Neill for the Royals and Jackson Ullum for the Golden Bears. One of those is right. Landon O'Neill he scored 60 points in his 4 games against the Golden Bears.
That's about right.
Double figures in every single one, but Jackson is not correct.
Yeah. Although that's a good guess. I mean, Jackson, same class, and those battles were heated all 4 years. So
I would have gone with I thought Jackson originally, but I believe Jackson was the second leading scorer throughout that time. So give people next dead ball here. We'll show the answer.
Is it Bursiaga? What's his name?
Gavin Smithson Bursiaga. Is that who you're referring to?
The really big kid. Man, they had some good. I mean, Jones not even playing this year. Jones was a nice player for them.
When you had Will Jones, who was an excellent player for them as well. Taylor cross court, finds Cleveland up to Munchell on the right wing. Back up top to Mahaffey. 4 minutes left here. Munchell's going to take Rubel, poked away by Edrick, but Munchell recovers. Going to drive hard to the right. His floater up and in. I think that's it for Rubel.
Yep, and that's the most we've seen from Munchell on the offensive side. You know, one of the things about the MEC that I'm enjoying is the rivalry we've created with Monroe Central in a lot of sports.
Yeah, this is only the 6th time that we've ever played Monroe Central, and in the previous 5 games, we've won 3, they've won 2. They've all been close games.
And football, that's always a big important game. The girls basketball has been tremendous. And we go up there for the conference track tournament, or track meet, I should say, sorry. So.
Well, I wish we did an all-sport champion where they combine like where you finished in football and where you finished in cross country. Right. I wish they would do that, because I feel like you would see Eastern Hancock and Monroe Central right there in the top, 2 or 3 every single year.
Yep, absolutely. And even volleyball, it's been very competitive. So
that foul was on Bogue, his 4th.
Royals shooting 1-1 from here on out.
Steal there by Cleveland. They'll give it to Munchell. Now Munchell's running the point. This is to Taylor. Inside to Mahaffey. Mahaffey over the left shoulder.
Now, see, and he cleared out, too. The same thing we were doing. They let it go at that point. I don't know if the refs are like, hey, we got 3 minutes left. Start thinking about going home or what.
Well, they've really started letting them play here in this 4th quarter. So we'll see. Grant, no good. Rebound by Mahaffey. That is Mahaffey's first rebound of the game, which is wild.
Yeah.
Bogue up top with it. Royals lead 57-28. Munchell gets it. Tied up by Morris. Back to Munchell, though. Oh, Munchell pokes it out. Nice job getting it to Mahaffey. He finds Bogue at the circle.
And Foster still sitting on the bench.
Mahaffey to Bogue. In the corner to Cleveland. Hits the cutting Mahaffey. Backs down, fade away over Edrick. No, rebound Grant. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, it is.
Edrick with those long arms.
I was going to say, it's a tough shot over a short guy.
Jake Spalding on the wing with it. 2 minutes to play. Eastern leads by 29. Finds Gray. Top of the key for 3. In and out. Rebound by Cleveland. Cleveland pushes the other way. Dishes to Munchell. Finds Taylor. We're going to get a charge on Taylor. We'll take a second now. Told you the trivia question. Who's scored the most points in this series? Landon O'Neill has scored the most. He scored 60 points, as we said. And Gavin Smithson-Burciaga leads the Golden Bears. Scored 47 points in his games against the Royals. He always showed up big.
Oh, yeah.
He had 22 and 18 in his last 2 games. 22 points and 18 points his junior and senior year against us. So
I feel like last year up there, I remember him making some impactful plays.
I think he had 22 the year before and 18 last year, or could have had those flipped. Royals bring in the JV guys and Jaden Stein. Minute and a half left here. They lead again by 29. Charlie threads the needle to Manship, gets it over to Schilling. Finds Willis. Willis tucks it and drives. And I think Mahaffey blocked that in, didn't he?
They may have.
Nice scoop shot there, but it looked like Mahaffey blocked it and it went in. Willis steals it away from Munchell and then nearly has it stolen away from him. Gets it across to Chuck. Under a minute to play. Jaden Stein back to Willis. Willis drives again, puts it up. No, rebound Munchell. Cleveland kicks over to Taylor with 40 seconds left. Taylor drives, puts it up. No, gets his own rebound, and then Manship's going to foul him.
They're going to call Eli. He's going to get in the stat book.
That's what he wanted, right, to get in the stat book.
Yeah.
Taylor's going to shoot 2. It's crazy with, they got in the double bonus early, and this is the first free throws of the fourth quarter.
Well, and you said they didn't take advantage of it.
Taylor knocks home the first. We see Easton Foster come back in. Munchell will take a seat.
Yep, Foster only a sophomore. He got a bright future.
Can't hit the second. Willis gets knocked out of bounds. He didn't get the rebound.
That Carter Duncan checks in.
Let's 22 seconds left here. Looks like this will probably do it.
I'm waiting to see if they'll get one more shot off.
Foster overmanship. He gets it to fall. And that'll do it. Eastern Hancock's going to hold. And the Royals will come away victorious, 59-31. Eastern Hancock will move to 10-5 on the season, getting in that double-digit win column. And they move to 4-1 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. Monroe Central will fall to 6-9 on the season and 1-3 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. We're going to take a quick break here, and then we will return with the Paxton Farms postgame show here in about 1 minute.
Hey, Janie, you know what one of my favorite things about high school sports is? Seeing young fans in the stands cheering on their community.
I love watching elementary-age kids wearing their team's colors, holding up homemade signs, faces painted, just full of hopes and dreams. I'm Janie Ulmer.
And I'm Brian Lewis. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. We're also both former student athletes who were once those young fans in the stands, dreaming about wearing a jersey for our high school one day.
When you support high school sports, you protect the next generation's dream of representing their high school with pride.
And you ensure the invaluable learning experience of education-based athletics is available for years to come.
So buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events, because it doesn't just support today's student athletes.
It supports tomorrow's too.
This is investing in your community. This is protecting their dream. This is your IHSAA.
All right, we're back here with our Paxton Farms postgame show. First up, we have to pick our Paxton Farms Sweet Corn player of the game. What do you think, Coach?
I don't know. Like we had different guys stand out at different times.
To me, I thought it was Edric, because in the first half when things were tight, Eddie had 13 at half, and I felt like he got us going, and I felt like the second half he didn't score, but he was distributing a little bit, and we really didn't need him to score as much in the second half
right,
either.
I can see that.
So, stats?
All right, so Alden Mahaffey with 11 and Easton Foster with 11 for the Golden Bears. Munchell finishes with 5, Hayden Taylor with 3, and Josiah Cleveland with 1.
For the Royals, Jacob Spalding leads the way with 21 points and 6 rebounds. Edric Miller had 13 points and 4 rebounds. Silas Spalding had 11 points and 4 rebounds. Grant Gray, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Caden Rubel, 5 points, 6 boards. Luke Morris, 1 point, 6 rebounds. And Caden Willis with 2 points. Some things of note here. This 59-31 was your final score here. The Royals moved to 4-2 all-time against the Monroe Central Golden Bears, and this 28-point difference was the biggest margin of victory for either team in this series. Eastern Hancock will move to, as we said, 10-5 on the season. They are 4-1 now at home, 6-1 against 2A schools, 4-1 in Mid-Eastern Conference play, 4-2 on Friday night games. They move to 2-2 in the month of January. They're now 2-3 when they score 50 points, and 6-0 when they hold a team under 40.
I thought you were going to give us the 6, whatever, and when we score more points than the other team, 10-0 when we have scored more points.
Yes, we are 10-0 when we score more points, and 0-5 when we score fewer points. So that's your rundown here. As we said, we'll take a quick look here, and we'll look at the schedules for these teams. Eastern Hancock tomorrow night at Shenandoah. We will not be doing that game. Shenandoah does a pay-per-view broadcast on the NFHS network. So I know Mr. Paxton will probably send that out on Facebook and Twitter. So if you're wanting to watch that game, you can do that. And we'll be taking on the 4-8 Shenandoah Raiders. Shenandoah, really kind of a surprise team last year, but new coach over there. They've had some growing pains, I think, with a lot of roster turnover. They graduated a lot of their guys. Monroe Central will travel to Yorktown tomorrow night to play the 8-4 Tigers of Yorktown. So here is Monroe Central's upcoming schedule. So they'll be at Yorktown, and then next week at home against Blue River and Alexandria. So the next time you'll see us, Tuesday, the girls' senior night, taking on Randolph Southern. That is a varsity-only game, so I expect that to start at 7 instead of the normal 6, if I had to guess. I haven't heard that for sure, but I did hear it was going to be varsity only. So again, Eastern Hancock comes away with the 59-31 win. Am I forgetting anything here, Scott, before we
I don't think so.
Let them go? So a great win, as I said, for the Royals. They move on to 4-1 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. And right now you just got to keep pace with Wapahani. I know we lost to Wapahani, but if you can keep pace and hope they lose, then you got a shot. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. And like I said, we will see you guys on Tuesday for girls' senior night.